Hey everyone, how's it going? I know I haven't done a video in a while and I wanted to do a little update video on the scooter. I did some other footage of it before it was broken, and here you go, spoiler alert, it's broken. Uh, I don't know how well you can see, but the wires are all hanging out underneath by the rear tire. So I haven't really rode this thing for a while, and it was like kind of a stupid mistake of my own. The front tire was actually a little low, and it was colliding with the suspension and stuff. And anyway, I didn't ride it for a while, but once I filled it up with air and got it straightened out, I was riding it again, and I was having a pretty good time with it. And I actually wanted to do like my first little range test with it. And on the way back, this happened. I was on the sidewalk. It kind of happened in a good spot. I wasn't going too terribly fast. I was on the sidewalk, and the rear tire totally locked up. Yeah, it's my fault. It's a cheap Chinese scooter, and you definitely need to, go over it all the time. When I first got it, I saw some things. I would have ripped the wires out of the front motor immediately if I would have left it the way it was. There were a couple warning signs. I did hear like a bunch of like really harsh, I don't know, snapping sounds. I don't know if that was like zip ties or what. Or, a lot of times you run over sticks, so I kind of like ignore that. You kind of hear that all the time. But, yeah, this time somehow the wire, I don't know, got dislocated or, dropped and got underneath the rear wheel and totally ripped the wires up, and the connections are all, look at that, there's just a chunk of wire. So anyway, hopefully this isn't that big of a deal. Hopefully I can just get in here, repair these wires. It looks like, there's a bunch of hall wires in here. It looks like two of them are still intact, but all the other ones are messed up. And yeah, my wife likes to call it the flea bag, the Fiabor. It kind of looks like flea bag when you take a glance at it. And yeah, one other thing I wanted to mention. Yeah, I said this was like a 30, 35 mile an hour scooter, and it is. And recently I've been messing around with the settings, and this thing is actually a lot faster. I've touched like 40 miles an hour on the setting I have it. It's on soft. And there's two settings for this one. There's a bunch of other scooters that are similar. It's got a soft and a hard setting. I don't know exactly if that changes the voltage or not, but I imagine it does. And that also affects the top speed. So I was messing around with it. I hit like 40 miles an hour, and yeah, that's, sorry to say, I'm probably not going to be able to test this thing out to its highest top speed. Maybe I'll get geared up for it, but somewhere around 30 miles an hour, I start getting a little nervous on this. I mean, look at the size of that front wheel. It's pretty tiny. So anyway, I'm going to try and not to ramble on too much. I'm going to go have a look at this, and yeah, we'll see if I can at least get it up and running today, and I'll figure something out as far as mounting that wire. I do know, like I said earlier, that the front wheel definitely had a similar issue, and apparently I overlooked one with the rear. So, yeah, I'm going to go check it out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.